Hey guys, it's Harleywood. When I first started my channel, most of my videos centered around prepping. It was food storage, water storage, ammo, get home bags, things like that. And for quite a while, that was the bread and butter for my channel. Over the past couple of years, I've gotten away from that. I've gone to guns and knives and some of that stuff that's just a little bit sexier, not just a can of food that sits on a shelf. I do still prep. I mean, I still have food storage. I still have all this stuff. One thing I've never talked about though is this kind of fascination that I've had since a kid with lock picking and picking padlocks and things like that. Now, if you've watched my get home bag videos, you'll know that I keep a set of standard lock picks in my get home bag. It makes sense, right? Something happens, you have to get home, you have to get through a locked fence or hide out in a building or something like that. Have a lock pick set with you. I've started watching this guy on YouTube called the Lockpicking Lawyer. This dude is nasty with picking locks. I mean, I'll post a link in the description below. Check this guy out. One of the things he did recently was pick with tubular lock picks. If you're not familiar with what a tubular lock is, you've probably seen a key like this. This opens a tubular lock. This picks a tubular lock. It just so happens my Harley Davidson, the ignition is secured by a tubular lock. Let's take this over there and see how hard or easy it might be. That was way too easy. So that footage you just saw was actually from about 2 or 3 days ago. And the first time I stuck this down in there, did it a few times, couldn't get it to work, pulled it out, reset the pins. That was literally the second time I stuck it in and just wiggled it back and forth a few times, putting kind of various pressure on it, and it popped open. And I remember looking at it like, wow, that was way too easy. Now, from what I understand, manufacturers can pretty easily make tubular locks a little more resistant to picking attempts with this particular tool. So Harley Davidson, that's dang near irresponsible. That was silly easy. Now, my bike has an alarm on it and it has to have the key fob near it, but my old bike, you bypass the ignition lock, you got it. I have a few other things that kind of fit in that lock picking world. I have these practice locks. This one is more of a traditional padlock. This one is a tubular lock so that you can actually practice and you can see what you're doing as it relates to all the guts in there, the key pins, the driver pins, and it helps beginners as you're learning to have that visual assistance also. And then eventually you graduate to a regular lock. If you're unaware of how this works, take a look at this. Okay, how does that relate to prepping? Well, prepping is about putting yourself in kind of a more advantageous position for whatever it is you're prepping for. It could be a simple natural disaster or some solar flare that takes out the power grid, resets things to the 1800s. It's just better to be prepared, and something like this can only serve to help. Now, there is this kind of moral threshold that you have to decide where your boundaries are. And I'm not saying to ever go steal anything or do anything like that. Obviously, morality is important when you have skills like you have. I watched this lockpicking lawyer, and I'm like, God, he could take anything. I don't think you could stop this dude. But anyway, link in the description below to the lockpicking lawyer. Check him out. I'm going to post links to all of these things in the description below. So if you want to check them out, if you just have this kind of fascination that I do, you'll have fun with them. Thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button below. Got lots more videos to come. Don't steal anything, and I'll see you in the next one.